Hello again, and thank you for joining me. My name is Toumayants, and today we're going to talk about a very, very, very boring topic, and a topic that really rubs people the wrong way, and some people get really excited about it, and that is budgeting. Some marketing places like to call it a spending plan because they feel like that's going to be a little bit more palatable. But let's just be honest, it's budgeting and it's not fun. I really understand. For those of you who really don't enjoy budgeting at all, I get it. I understand that you've worked very, very hard for the money that you have, and you want to have the freedom to be able to buy whatever you want, whenever you want, no questions asked, without limiting or restricting yourself in any way. I get what it feels like to drive down the road and see it going by a car dealership with a brand new shiny car and saying, wow, that's beautiful. I want that. And you drive in, you talk to the sales guy, and you buy it, and you walk out the same day. I get that. I get that because I know what it's like to drive by that same car lot, 20 years ago, and not have the money and for that beautiful shiny car, the 20-year-old model car, and saying, oh, someday, maybe someday, I'll be able to buy that. So, but really, it's very, very important to budget. In spite of all that, it is very, very important to budget. And if you are one of those people who really enjoy budgeting and who really likes to break down everything, we have a retirement kit that is designed to do that. And it's a beautiful tool that we've designed to make sure that you can kind of narrow down all your expenses and figure out exactly what you'll need for your retirement. And so we can give you a copy of that. Just connect with us, and we'll be happy to supply you with one. But for those of you who say, I hate budgeting, I really don't want to do it, and so on, I have a beautiful answer for you, a very, very easy solution. And this is what you do. It is extremely simple. Just take a piece of paper and put a line right in the middle. And on one side, you're going to write down, these are my discretionary expenses. And on the other side, you're going to write down, these are my absolute must spend every single month expenses that are going to happen every single month or at least once a year. So on the discretionary is where you put things like travel, things like going out to eat, things like entertainment, and so on. So if you don't get to do them, it's not going to be like, oh, my life is over, but it will be, my quality of living maybe isn't the best. On the other side is where you put things like food, insurance, medication, your property taxes, your mortgage if you still have one, or home equity loan, your car insurance. Those are expenses that you're going to have every single month or at least once a year, and there's no escaping it. And the point of this exercise is really to help you with something, and that's reduce stress. A lot of people are really concerned that, oh my goodness, I'm going to run out of money. Well, what they're really saying is that they're not sure if their investments are enough to be able to support the lifestyle that they need. Not only that, but also to support those day-to-day absolute necessities that is on that other side column. And the goal of having this breakdown of necessity and discretionary is to figure out if we have enough income to support our necessity expenses. And so here's what I mean. If you receive Social Security and get a pension, or maybe have some real estate income, if the income that you receive from those are enough to cover those must-do expenses every single month, then that gives you a lot more freedom and a lot less stress on how your investments are doing, because the only thing that's getting affected by how well your investments are doing are by those discretionary expenses. If, on the other hand, you find out that you have very little income, your Social Security is very small, or you don't get much of a pension at all, and your expenses are much greater, and we're going to need a lot of your investments to be able to support those mandatory must-do expenses, then things get a little bit more dicey, and we have to be very, very careful not to suffer something called sequence of return loss risk. And that's the video that we did in the past. I'd encourage you to take a look at it again. We'll have the link below so you can see it if you've never seen that before. But knowing what your must-do expenses are and what your discretionary expenses are, is so important to help you have a much better retirement and a less stressed life. So that's my simplest budget I can share with you. Use it, and if there's any way we can help further, please connect with us.